All right, we are in the Panhellinic games. I'm going to play my odd account. I'm going to play a pro round. I haven't went out there and practiced. I'm just going to go play it. I'm going to treat it like it's one-on-one, and we'll see if we can shoot. The whole goal is I'm going to see if I can shoot minimum score with nothing. I got no notes, no nothing. Nothing. Nada. That's it. Am I even going to go look at the holes, or am I really going to treat it like it's one-on-one and just go out there and play? I think I'm just going to treat it like it's one-on-one. Let me see what I got here. Let's make sure I got a bag of work. And we'll bring a Titan, the king of balls. Do I need to buy a ball? No, I don't need to buy one. Do I need to buy one? I got one in stock. I probably do need to buy some. Do I have any cheddar? How many gems do I got? I do have a little. Let's make sure we've got a few Titans. I don't have to bring that out on every hole, but let's bring it out on this one. And let's make sure I have a bag with a big topper. This first hole actually might be a big topper hole. I doubt it, but let me make sure I have a big topper set up. Big topper. I'm going to bring a big topper sniper. I'm not sure. The last hole, we'll see if that works. I don't think you can do this hole with a big topper. We'll find out. I'm just going to go play it. I know do I know the numbers for my clubs? Maybe I do. Let me see if I got a cheat sheet here. I do have a cheat sheet, somewhat. I think the main club to have numbers for is my thorn. I do have numbers for my thorn somewhere. All right, here we go. Let's go do it. I went out yesterday to make a note sheet in my 99 account, and I was just dinking around, and I ended up qualifying. And I didn't film it. What was I thinking? Now, in rookie, we're obviously trying to get over here, but maybe with the big wins, you might, I guess maybe with a 5, I don't think so. I don't think even with a 5 power ball you're getting over there. That's the shot I was thinking of right there. With a 3 power ball and bringing my big topper and trying to rough bump it out on the other side. I probably have to use the wind. But if we're playing one-on-one, we're acting like it's one-on-one, it's fairway to green. Like, give yourself the best shot. That's in the sand. Or in the tree, in the sand. I'm just going to play. I think I might just play conservative. We're going to act like we're playing one-on-one. Let's see. Can you get over there? Maybe. How much wind would I need? 2, 4, 6. I'd need 6 miles an hour wind in order to get right there. I need 4 miles an hour wind to get right there. So there's 9.5. And let's put 2.5 rings of that back in. That's more than I need. I'm going to put 2 and that much. Hitting it perfect. Perfecto. That's what I'm talking about. Use your resources. No overpower. And that was almost too much wind. If I'd have put 3 rings back in, that would have been a little too much. That was like, it looked like I needed about 4, and I put in about 5. All right, I should get a calculator out because this might actually be a shot. I think I'm going to be on my thorn, and my thorn hits 1.7 at max, 2.3 at mid, and 3.5 at minimum. have no idea if I should be adding anything on, so I'm going to just take them straight up. I think that is thorn. No, it's rapier. It's max rapier, which is 1.1. So 9.8 divided by 1.1 is 8.9 rings. Probably should turn my grid on. That might help. It helps on these shots here because 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. I think I'm going to lean just a little. Hitting it perfect. That's going to miss to the right. I probably needed to add on a little. Let me turn my grid on. When you're doing those shots where you have to make a double pull, it's easier with the grid because I don't have to do the double pull. Because the take shot is down, if I can get my pin to work, the take shot's down here, and I can use this line up here so it gives me that extra distance. I can pull a whole ring set. If I start getting beyond a ring set, then you're having to double pull, but if it's less than a full ring set, all 10 rings, it's a draw. All right, this hole right here, if I can get past this hole and not drop a shot, I'll be okay. Let's make sure we got a game plan here. I'm going to bring 3 sides my ball works better, but I'm not sure I want to waste a katana here, or a kingmaker. I'm going to bring a katana. And we will get on it. This hole is dangerous. All I want to do is get on the green, make a putt, and move along little doggy. And this is like the worst wind for this shot. Minimum club. What can I do over here? I really, really, really do not want to. Nine, 6. I don't have enough room to work that wind out. There's 5. There's 9, 6. I'm going to put some curl on it, and I'm going to short shoot it. And I'm going to hit it 7,500 rings great to the left. Stay up on the green. There you go. All right. Could I have done that better? Yes, but we're going to shoot out. You get up there, buddy. I didn't want to have to pull. The deal is I like taking the shot from over here, obviously, but I do not want to have to pull over that sand, because this right here is like literally you're cruising along and then it drops off into the sand, and you're gonna get a big jump, and then the sand, this kind of area is going to seriously distort your rings, and it's super easy to over pull it. I was thinking about backing out before I got in here and make sure that in one of my bags I had a Guardian just for this hole, and I opted to continue on, but did they put backspin on it? They must have. This is one of those holes you can do this shot right here and you think, hey man, there's no way I can miss it, and if you hit one of those little moguls on the wrong side, it'll throw you big time. I didn't think they put like very much backspin on there. It's like, what were you doing? I mean, that's kind of what the shot looked like, but I didn't catch when they put their backspin on. But it looked like just from their ball guide that they didn't put like all of the backspin on. In the hole, birdie. Hey, I will tell you that in my opinion, my personal opinion, if you walk away from this hole with the birdie, there's going to be a ton of people in your bracket that are going to be right where my opponent's at. And it's not to say you can't make that, or that there's not going to be some people that make it. But there's going to be a lot of people that fail on this hole, and I don't want to be one of them. This is one of those This is one of those courses that you look at and you pick your ponies. There are some holes out here that we have serious opportunities to pick a shot up on. And on those holes, we want to bring out whatever it takes and be super, like really try and floss that out. But this hole right here is one of those holes that you just want to go up there and get your birdie and move along. And there will be a bunch of people that were like, man, I've been getting hole-in-ones on that. And then the next time they go out there, it'll smack them up beside the head and go, you think you can get hole-in-ones on me? Welcome to the sand. All right, we won a chest. Look at that. We won something. Or two games in and we won a chest. Let's make sure I got some empty slots. These are tournament chests from the last tournament. What do we have here? I'm not really happy about that. Not impressed. I get that stuff all the time because you're actually, if you do the wind ring method and you're actually adjusting your drives and you're adjusting every shot, people are giving you, I'm not impressed, or like, I'm bored, or like, hurry up, or what a waste of time. All right, what is this hole? Oh, this is one of my favorite holes in the game from the rookie tees, but from the pro tees, I think I'm going to have to hit it. I think even with a big power ball, you're definitely going to have to hit it from behind the sand on this side. I don't even think with a big power ball, unless you did max overpower, you could get on the other side. Let me think here. Yeah, I don't even think with a big power, well, maybe with a big power ball you could get over to the other side. You have just a little teeny bit of a window with a 3 power ball in rookie. So if you brought out a 5 power ball and you were in pro, you might be able to overpower it over to the other side. Let's make sure I have, do I have any berserkers? Just in case. I have 30 of them. Can we highlight one of those? Nope. Let's get rid of the Kingmaker. Let's put a berserker on there. You know what? I'm just going to play with a Titan. And it is tough. I'm going to start off with that bag and see where the Titan puts me. And we will go from there. And what is my big tapa here is trying to see if that big topper is, I think I have a level 7 big topper or 6 big topper. What is my big topper? It's a 2 per ring. I got it down at the same as my extra mile. It's at 2.12, right in that neighborhood. All right, let's try it. We'll see, and I'm not sure, depending on where I get out there, I'm not so sure. If I get to a good spot, the sniper works fine, but I'm going to just take that back. We're going to play it like it's one-on-one, and we'll just do it. Although I really think that, yeah, that doesn't hit as far. Yeah, I'm going to take it. All right, here we go. Here we go. There's a certain part, if you've got 2 accounts and you're trying to keep them level so that they have very similar clubs, especially when you first start off, it's pretty easy to keep them there. But when you get your clubs upgraded and you get ahead in one account, man, it takes forever and a day, especially when you're talking about epics. It's like getting my 77 account, which is my rookie account, and has better clubs in it than my odd account, and most of my games, the mass majority of my games in 77 have been in Tour 7. I guess you can get over there. Can you get over there? No, not with this wind. Yeah, maybe. Now that's a power 4 ball, right? Yeah. Yeah, and there's no wind pushing us forward, so I'm gonna have to hit, unless I brought out a power 5 ball, I'd have to hit. Let's see if my opponent can get her done. Nope, that is not going to get her done. Oh yeah, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm with you. Times 9.9 divided by 2 is 569. I'm right at the red line. Max top spin. Five, 5.69 rings. There's 5, 5, 5, 6, 9, 5, 7. I need to put a little teeny bit of curl on it just to make sure. And I hit it great to the left, so now I'm going to end up in the rough. Not here. Miss it. Miss it. There you go. Jeez. That's not too, that's actually, that's actually ahead of, I like to hit, I'm right at, where I really want to be is like up in this corner, like this is the spot from here. So here, I'm not going to have the window that I like because of this little bit of loss in distance. It'll be close. I don't think I will. So I might have to bounce it over. I'm making Dale Appleby happy. I'm trying to play more with my big topper just to show everybody that there's a lot of these holes you can't play with a big topper. Yeah, I'm going to have to bounce it over. I try and get into that window right there. Well, I do have just a titch of forward-moving wind. Not much, but just a titch. I'm going to have to hit it from over here. I don't want to have to set that up. Ten, 7. I'm going to do 10. There's 10 rings. Hitting it perfect. I suppose if you're going to hit one of them perfect, that was the one to hit. Way short. I'd like that. That is going to be a shit putt. There's some spots pretty close to this hole that you can have super difficult putts, and I don't think that's going to be a pretty putt. Yeah, a little bit bigger ball would have helped on the drive because I would have been able to get a little bit more distance, but it would have opened up, not even if I would have ended up in the same spot, it would have opened up my window right here so that I could really go for that shot. And I would have had good distance down there on the drive. I would have been able to push forward just a little bit more. The problem with that spot down there where on the drive is if you push it forward a little bit more up to where the sand is, it's rolling off down in that area. So if you get too close, your first bounce is really flat and you actually don't net any more yardage. This is not going to be pretty. Can I get there? Perfect. Will it go in the hole? Man, that barely made it. Barely made it. All right. Winner, winner. 2 chests out of 3. Look at that. We're just playing one-on-one. We're just like trying to go out there and beat everybody on the hole. Don't even care. Hole number 4. What is hole number 4? This par 3 right here. I really like to do the rough on. I'm going to go look at this hole. Let me explain this hole here. Hole number 3. Is that hole number 3? It's hole number 4. So in rookie, you can get up into this area right here, but in pro, if you want to do the rough bump, you're going to have to be in this area, and you really want to know what the wind is. Let's see which way the wind's blowing. If it's blowing over that sand, man, that's not too bad. It seems like in the past I've always done a 10%. Let's see what Tommy says, 10%. But I was playing in my rookie account. In my rookie account, it was not a 10%. It was like a 5. The deal in rookie is that up here you're in like mid club, and so if you're like, hey, it's one, like if I'm using a sniper, so at mid club it's 1.1, so it'd be 1.1. You're doing 10% times the wind divided by 1.1. So these balance each other out, and it's just the wind. So when people say it's 1-to-1, that's what they mean. It's one ring, whatever the wind is. If it's 6, it's 6 rings. It's okay. It's 1-to-1. But what I needed to do is go 1.05 times the wind divided by 1.1 and not balance these off. I did need to add a little bit onto it. I'm going to do the 10% here. Wherever I'm at in my club, 10%. That's it. And I'm going to bring a Titan. Although I may not need to bring a Titan, I'm going to bring a Titan. 1.1 times the wind. I should be pretty close to max club, theoretically. I'm playing the other one with a katana. I might have been bringing out a king. I think I was bringing a katana. I haven't gone back and watched my qualifying video. I mean, my recommended way to do this is you go out and you play, you record your own video. It's super important. And then you go back and you watch your own video and you take notes. And then the next time you go out, now you know what ball to take, you know what ball you need to take and what clubs you're going to take, so you can make sure you have your bag set up. And if you missed a shot, you can try and figure out, like, what did I do wrong? Like, do I need to make a bigger adjustment? Did I make too big of an adjustment? And when you play the next round, you record your own video and you go back and watch it again. I should have brought a Guardian and just went up there and got on. I need to set up one of my bags with a Guardian, because there's some of these holes like this that, like, when in doubt, Guardian it out. And there's Max. CR hitting more off the deal. 11.1, so it's 12.21. What is going on here? $12.21. Let's get up high so we can see what we're doing. Okay, there's 10. There's 11, 12, 21. Getting it perfect. And see if that was enough, or if we clipped the sand. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It was actually an underpull. Was it an underpull? I have to go back. This is why you record your own video, so you can really go back and you can freeze frame it. It looked like it well, I think what it did was that's curving like this, and I was trying to be in the center, and I hit like right here, and I didn't pull it enough. So instead of a 10, it might be a 20. It's really important to know that when you're doing a rough bump, because what's the most important part of a rough bump? Come on. There's going to be a test. Hitting the rough. And of course, the second most important part is getting out of the rough. All right, we did not win a chest. Dang it. Oh, I need to go clear off a slot. That's why we didn't win a chest, because I don't have any place to put it. Let's see if we get any. I got every single club I needed in that. When you're new, you'll actually look at those and see what you got. But after you've played for a while, you're like, it's just, who cares what I got? All right. In pro, you do have to hit from this side over here and then drive it over. And I'm going to use my rock. Do I have a rock? I do. It should be rock thorn. I shouldn't have to use anything else in there. If I have to use anything else other than the rock and the thorn, I've got bigger problems than the fact that I have to use that club. And I'm going to use a Titan. Although I think, from where I'm at, I might be able to do that and get it done with a lower power ball. I'm going to bring a katana. They cost the same. The side spin might be important. We'll see where I'm at. If I'm in a good spot, I might just drop it down to a quasar. Why waste a good ball? I can't remember what the distance is down there. It seems like I hit that shot with a marlin, so I mean, I don't think I have to. Yeah, there's all kinds of room. I can't drop that down to a quasar. Where it would help is on the second shot. Hey, jeez. $11.5. I'm going to do 12. There's 10. 11, 12. It's like a 5% adjustment, and I'm going to lean just a little. Isn't it perfect? Whew, that was close. And where I really like to get is inside of that bowl, so I'm a little short. That area is really tricky because you can get the slide in that area and everything looks good, and then all of a sudden it slides and you can end up going too far. But I really like to be in this bowl right here, and I'm a little short of that, which isn't bad. I still have a great shot from there. Now, in rookie, I do a 10%, but I'm going to do a 20 here just because the winds are a lot higher. And I'm going to start off on the left-hand side of the cup. I'm going to be slightly outside the left-hand side of the cup. Not a lot, but just a little. And we need to hit it perfect. That's the deal. That is in the sand. In the sand. What do we got for wind? 10.7 divided by, where am I at? My thorn. Here's min. There's max. So I'm at mid club. And what is mid thorn? It's 2.3. 2.3. 5.58 rings. .58 rings. Okay, there's the 5.8. There's the 5. Hitting it perfect. Oh, you rat bastard. And the wind was blowing forward. I mean, it's forward wind, so you'd think that it would carry just a little bit farther, and I was terminated. The cup is right here, and my ball guy was terminated on the back side of the cup, and it ends up short on the front. That is rough. But you can see where, and I did a 20% adjustment there, and you can see where I started. I started off like, here's the cup, and let's split the cup in half so the flagpole's in the middle, and we got a quarter, and we got an eighth, and I was about an eighth of a cup outside the cup. It takes an irregular bounce right there, and the way that it's sloping, because this, you got a hill over here, the flagpole's here, you got a hill over here, and you got the little trough that's running up to it, and you're going to have to hit that hill, and that hill, when you hit it, it's forcing the ball to go to the right. And it's not a wind adjustment. Like, you can try and adjust it out by doing like a 25, and it's not a wind adjustment. It's that you need to offset just a little. I'm not saying that always works, but I have made a lot of shots on this hole, and the ones that I've made were all offset like that. That's why if you go back and rewind the thing, the trough was here and I was at this angle and I moved the ball over to the bottom of the trough and I put the side spin on it to get me back. I didn't want to have the hill because every bounce on the hill is throwing you to the right. Close. No cigar. That was a college try though. That was a college try. Let's see if we can just get minimum score here. That was hole number 5. I like that hole. And I really like the original pin placement. I don't like the new pin placement at all. This hole right here from the Pro Tees, I do need to put a Guardian in my bag. For freaking sure. I need to set up one of these bags. I had another bag that had a... I'm going to set this bag up with an extra mile. And I'm going to set it up with a Guardian because I really want to take this with a Guardian. And I'm going to take out the Goliath. I don't think there's any shots that the Goliath, maybe on the very last hole, but and let me set, that's back 4. I'm not going to use an APOC on this course because I think most of the ones that are on here, you really need topspin. And my extra mile's got more topspin. I'm gonna put a Goliath here just in case I get on a hole and go, oh my gosh, I don't need a Goliath on that one. Just so I have one bag with the Goliath. I'm gonna take that bag right there, and I'm gonna take this ball right here. Titan, the king of the balls. All right, which way's the wind blowing? Which way? That is like a really crappy way for the wind to blow. All right, here we go. Here we go. I think we can hit from the same spot. I've played this from the Pro Tees in one-on-one. It seems like for a while that the Parc de Paris was like in one like Tour 7 or Tour 8, and I've played this course down there, and I didn't switch. I played with a Marlin until I got to maybe Tour 9, and then I upped it to a Quasar. Yeah. All right, 9.4 divided by 2.1, 5.14 rings. There's 514. I'm gonna lean just a little, and a grate to the right just for good measure. That'll take out the lean. It's still gonna go to the left though, so that's the good news. Whoa down, Cat Daddy. Whoa down. I really didn't want to hit it that far, but with the Guardian, I'd rather be more in the shadow because then you got a straighter up shot at it. Here I'm gonna wish that if you got the Guardian, this area right in here is a better, like if you're in this quadrant is better, but then you got to mess around with taking the risk of getting caught in this if you hit it great to the left or the right, and in order to get here you don't put as much topspin on it. So I ran all the topspin so that my second bounce was in front of all this. And if you really want to keep it short, it's better in that shadow with a Guardian because you can come at the hole like from where I'm at, looking straight at the cup. You can come at it from the right-hand side, and it's easier with those trees. But I'm probably going to have to just I'm going to have to do the sniper shot with my Guardian because we don't want that to happen. But see, that's the angle that I really want with the Guardian. And I'm not going to hit it back so that I can get it. I'm going to have to take this shot from over here. I don't know that I'm brave enough to do the rough bump, and I don't really have a lot of topspin with this club, so that's the deal. Do I have any kind of ball guide on the course? The freaking ball guide's yellow and the green's yellow, so I have no idea. No idea. Should be 10 rings. It's 1.1 at max. There's 10 rings. I do just a little bit of curl just to make sure I can get around that tree. And a perfect. Just toss her up there. That is not the way that I like to play that with a Guardian. What I like to do is get up on the green and I do a max backspin, side spin, curl shot, and you really use that backboard. That would have been better with a Cataclysm. The deal is when you get some of those epics up in level, they do get a lot of stuff, but one of the things they get is they get their accuracy. And it's almost as bad as pulling with a sniper when you have bigger wins. In my 77 account, I got the level 7 Cataclysm, and it hits 1.3 per ring. It's actually arguably better than a sniper. It has just about as good a ball guide. I think it's 4.2 versus what, 4.4, 4.5. It's got more distance, tons of curl, lots of top spin, backspin. It's got just about everything. It's not quite as accurate though. It hits 1.3 per ring versus 1, but you can work with that. In this account, in one-on-one, and I haven't played any one-on-one for a long time, and I got in. It'd been because we were doing that tournament. I mean, like the full course tournaments, and I really haven't played that much one-on-one. I got in one day and I played like 4 or 5 games, and I lost like 4 or 5 games, and then I got on a week later and I played like 3 or 4 games and lost like 3 or 4 games, and I think I lost I was at like 115 million, and now I'm at, in my 77 account, and I lost like 30 million. I don't have enough money in this account. I loaned this account to a buddy of mine for a year and a half. I was playing his practice account because its clubs were the same as my 77s, and I loaned him this account because it had very similar clubs to his account. So he had a practice account, and he lost all my money and lost all my trophies. All the way down to Tour 7, I had all those, but he lost all the other trophies. That's all right. That's what it's all about. We were having fun. All right, in pro, I did, okay, the new pin placement's over here. So, like, if you want to come down into this area and lay it up over here and then shoot the shot, that's not a bad deal. But our pin placement's behind these trees, and I am not hitting down here. Like, if you can get over to here and rookie, you can go for the spot out in front, but I'm not going to be laying it up from here and trying to go over the thing and try and weave and bob and try and get it to go. No. I'm not hitting it behind. I'm not going to just lay it up out there and get behind the trees. I'm definitely going this direction. I think I'm going to have to do a max overpower hook. No, not the max overpower hook, but just a max overpower curl shot. I'm thinking this might be a better hole, even though I don't have as much topspin. This might be a better hole to bring out my APOC because it's got a little bit more raw distance because it's at the 340. And I don't think I'm going to need. It has. What does it have, like 65 topspin? I think it does. I think it does. 76 topspin, so that'll work. That is the club right there. Or it's 240, not 340. What was I thinking? And a Titan, the king of balls. And I'm gonna do a plus 20 on this too, because I'd rather. Oh man, we're gonna have to pull over the sand, I think. And this club hits 1.5 per ring. Got to remember that because my other one's at 1.2. All right, here we go. So the deal is, even if we make it over and we're in a good spot, the second shot still, man, you got a lot of work to do. Lots of work. Plumo 23. What's our goal today? Minimum score. We're just trying to get 12. I don't know how that'll stack up in the bracket, but like no practice, no nothing. That 12 is pretty good. I can deal with that. Two rings off. Jeez. Okay, times 10 divided by 1.5 is 8 rings. Let's try and get lined up a little. Okay, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rings. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if we can make it over. Perfect. Perfecto. I set that up. Was I 2 rings off of that sand? I have to go back and watch that video, but I could have set it up. I think I set it up so that I was 2 rings off, and I could have pushed it out and set it up so that at rest it was 3 rings off instead of the 2. And when I came around, I almost over curled it and came through this area. And I had plenty of distance on my second bounce, so if I'd have pushed it to the left a little bit more, it would have gave more room for the curl to develop and would have taken any opportunity to get out from behind those trees. Now my opponent might be trying to go into the trees and through the trees. To grandmother's house we go. You're never going to see me demo that shot. Sorry. I'm sorry. 1.1 times 10.1 divided by mid club. Let's try and get that sucker. Now we're not going to be able to do that because of this freaking hill. Here, let's have some fun. No, let's not have any fun. It's 11-11. This ball's going to be all over the place. There's 10. There's 11-11. Perfect. I was like, is it going to get back? Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Blind squirrel finds the net. You know what's really sad there is that was wrong. That's what's really sad. That is really sad. So at mid club, it should have been 2.3 per ring. And I forgot to put the 2.3 in. So I had 1.1 times 10.1 is 11-11. And I did 11-11. And it went in. But if I would have actually did the adjustment on it and divided it by 2.3, it would have been 4.83 and I would have missed. So that truly is a blind squirrel finds a net. I mean, if you can't be good, be lucky. And that is exactly the deal right there. So like my odds, I hit that at 10% times the wind, and that was it. That is not how that club plays. But evidently today, that's how that club played. You could do the reverse math to see how much of an adjustment you'd have to do on it there. But that, man, geez, that is, how lucky can you get? We'll take it. We may only need to just pick up one on a side. So, hey, that was the hole we got lucky on. We picked up one. The whole deal is coming in and not dropping any shots. And we're going to have a huge opportunity on hole number 9 from the pro tees to drop a shot. It's going to give us every opportunity. Every opportunity. All right. I think I can just hit this with a quasar. I think maybe a katana might be better though. I'm really on this particular hole. Okay. When this hole first came out, the leading theory was everybody was like jacked up right up against this and as close to this as you could possibly get. I think when this hole first came out, Tommy's thing was he'd set it up and he was like half a ring away from that, and it's like if you one blade of grass and going at it, and I'm like, why are we putting this rough and the sand into play? Why aren't we hitting it from the center? Well, part of the deal from hitting from the center is when you come up to it, because this is all rolling downhill. When you come up to it from the center, and this is all downhill, you're coming at it from this angle, and you got to put side spin. And so what it does is it's bounce number one, and it's making your ball move like this. So depending on how you hit on this, your ball's almost not always, because you can make it from there, but it just seems like you're off on one side or the other, and I think it's about this bounce that you're getting here, because you've got all that side spin on it, and once it hits and it's on the side of a hill, when the side spin really kicks in, that it kind of throws you off. But if you get down into this area, you can do more of a straight up shot at it. And I'm gonna find a spot. I am not gonna butt myself right up against this. And if the wind's blowing from this direction, I'm definitely gonna hit from the center. And this is another one of those holes I'm gonna go out and get my birdie and move along little doggy. But if the wind's blowing like this, or from these angles, I may move my shot over a little bit and see if I can straighten my ball guide out. We'll see. I got so much stuff drawn on the screen there, and the wind is blowing the way we want it to. All right, here we go. I have no idea where I'm going to be at in my club. I got nothing. We'll figure it out. We'll wing it. And I'm going to do a 20% adjustment. I have no idea whether that's right or not. We should be doing like -5. Well, I don't know if it's downhill. See, if you get over here, you can kind of get it a little straighter. Maybe duck down in this area. .8 is 12.96 rings, so let's call that an even 13. There's 10, 11. Let's start over here. 11, 12, 13. Hitting it perfect. Not enough. It's going to roll back down to the... Oh, stop. Yes. Man, you get up there into those areas and it can roll down the hill. I over pulled that. That's why it didn't get the distance to get up there. But I've been in that spot where it rolls down the hill and it's not pretty. It usually rolls down and doesn't go into the rough or the sand, but it can be. And are we saying that I need to bring a guardian and just get it up there? Is that what we're saying? The one bitch that I have about a guardian is I don't think... We'll have to look here in a second, but I don't think the guardian has 100 backspin. I think it has like 96 or something. And while you might go, well, that's pretty close to 100, it is, but that last 4 is huge. Like that real good suck back that you get on a Thorn or a Grim Reaper or one of those other 100 backspin clubs. You don't quite get with your guardian, and that's because of that last 4. Let's go look right now, because I really think a guardian is just like 96. We will after this. This is another one of those holes where we can survive it. I know my opponent would have beat me in the shootout. That's not good. I think the 20 was too much. Maybe just the 10 would have worked. I was being over dramatic because the winds are so much. Because we're playing pro, the winds are higher, and then we got 50% on top of that. So we're playing more with almost like an expert wind right here. Oh, let's go look at the guardian. Hey, what am I doing? That's the wrong thing. Just for my own peace of mind. What is the guardian? No, it does have about 100 backspin. I was wrong. I think when it went to level 9, I think when it was level 8 and that was its max, it only had like 96 maybe. But it does have 100. It does. I want to make sure I play that hole with a guardian. I'm going to play the first and the last par 3 with a guardian. I can get up there a little bit closer and it's got more backspin. Where my first bounce is you're coming down to the hill and you're coming up the green, your first bounce is on the bottom and then your second bounce is all the way up there. You do have to watch out when you're doing a club that's got lots of backspin that it doesn't catch the hill and then it just rolls back down to the bottom. All right, I'm going to bring out the biggest hitting ball that I have. And I'm going to bring out... There is no way in hell that I'm going to end up in a good spot. Let's just get that, any thoughts of that completely out of your head right off the bat. There's no way. And I've pretty much used every one of these bags. I used my rock on one hole. I used my big topper on a hole. I got some holes with the guardian. I think the top spin is the key here. Let's go look at it. Let's make a plan on hole number 9. Okay, if I was playing rookie, or I mean if I was playing pro and I was playing one-on-one, let's see which way the wind's blowing, because that's going to make a big determining factor on how we play it today. And we got somewhat of a headwind. We got some wind that we can use. All right, let's go look at it again. Okay, in rookie with a 3-power ball, hell, you can barely get to here. If you want to get up into this corner up here, you got to bring out a bigger ball. And so in pro, what kind of distance do we got on the tees here? So if this is our red line with a 3-power ball from the rookie tees, we're back, this distance. So this distance we're hitting down here, but if we bring out a 5-power ball, we might be able to push ourselves up to where we would be like close to that. And what my original thought process was is to get up into here and do a max overpower shot, and if I can get some curl to go this way, then fine, but just drive it out into that, because I know we got this kind of wind. So on the drive we got that, and on the second shot it's going to be pretty much side wind. It almost might be headwind on the second shot. And the second shot, you can recover from there with a Nirvana. You don't want to have to do overpower on it, but you can recover. My other option is to hit it over here and then drive it through the trees. The deal there is that it is difficult to get into that spot. And I haven't, in over the years that I've, like a few times that I've hit it over here, and in one-on-one I hit it over here all the time with the Marlin. It's rough. Partially because you're back in here and you're trying to bring it around the sand to get it up into that corner, and it's just a difficult shot. You really want to bring out the right ball to get over into that corner, and I really don't like hitting into that corner. I'm just going to drive it into the rough, and we'll see if we can make it on from there. We'll prove the point and see if we can make it up there. We'll see. All right, here we go. 1.1. I typically do a 10% on this drive, but I'm going to do a 10. I think I have enough. There might be enough room for error. I suppose I could bring in an APOC and try and, even though it doesn't have quite as much topspin, it does have a lot more curl. And it has a little bit more raw distance. No, I'm going to bring that ball. I'm going to bring this bag. We got a little bit. We do. Jeez. We are trying to get up into that spot. It is times 10.3 divided by 1.5. It is 7.55 rings. There is 5, 6, 7, 5, 5. And I'm going to push the forward distance back on, or at least some of it. Hitting it perfect. Now we'll see if I put too much back on it. All right. Now that is only possible on days that you don't have a headwind. because I pushed a bunch of rings back on. Almost too many. Not all of them. I think there must have been more because I stopped and I didn't hit my red line. You know, that might not be a bad shot to just do a rough bump, a straight up rough bump, and just try and rough bump yourself right here. Because you're wanting to go this direction through the thing, and these trees are like, it doesn't seem like those trees would be in your way, but those trees are in your way. You can go around them. But it's super easy because it falls off right here. Like this area looks like it's flat in this little, from that angle, but it is not flat. It wants to roll. It wants to roll behind those trees. There's a magnet. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You can easily recover with a 5 Powerball. I can pull it back from the red line. At this point, it's a 2 per ring. At least get pointed towards the cup. I'm going to push the wind out. Okay, there's 12. There's 11. And some change. Oh my gosh, I'm going to end up in the rough at the top. I jacked that up. That was 47,000. Was that great or was that good? That was so shitty. It was unbelievable. You know, the deal is I looked at it and I wasn't thinking I was in my rough iron, and I was expecting a certain speed, and my brain didn't catch up to the fact that it was like, whoa, you're in your rough iron. It's going 1,000 miles an hour. That was a poor shot. That was all me. I can't blame anything else but me on that. Now we got to make this. We got to recover from right here. Otherwise we lose the one we picked up, and that sucks. And this hole is definitely makeable. Like getting the eagle is definitely possible. I like where they're at. They got a little straighter shot at it. I was trying to get greedy there too. Rat bastards. How come you guys didn't talk me out of that? From this distance, it's going to push me. I'm going to be right on the outside edge of that cup. Let's see if we can hit this one perfect. Hitting it perfect. See if I lined it up right. Nope. That's right where I aimed it. Thought that wind would push me off just a little bit, and it didn't. It didn't. Arrgh. I did hit it perfect. And that was all me right there too. I didn't line it up right. I should have stayed inside the cup. Damn it. Birdie. Yeah, they got a really nice shot from out there. They drove it farther forward. I was trying to put the curl on it to try and make up some stuff, and they hit it straight out. I think what the deal is that on that pad that's up there, I hit it more on the edge, and so it took a flatter bounce going the other side, and they hit it more on the flat, and so the second bounce was a really high bounce, so they got more loft. And even though they brought a smaller ball out, they were able to achieve more distance because they got a better bounce on that second bounce. Yeah, I would have liked to have been there on my first shot. I would have liked to have lined that second shot or the third shot up a little bit better, and it would have went in. That was all me. Everything that went wrong on this hole was me. All right. That was an epic fail on the last hole, and I was right there. I was in the spot that I was actually trying to hit to, that I planned to hit to, and then I didn't execute. What kind of shit's that? But I did play this with an extra mile, a rock, a big topper, and an APOC. So we got a full selection of drivers there. If I'd have brought my quarterback out on one hole, I don't know which hole that would have been on, but if I'd have brought it out, then we would have had almost a collection. I'm sure there's got to be one of those holes that a Thor's Hammer would be a good club on. Thirteen's at the top. Just picking up one. Yeah, that's what I think. Just picking up one. If you can go out there and get one shot and not screw up on the last hole. And both of my opponents got hole number 9. That is going to be a separation hole. That's going to be a hole that's going to separate the cream from the, what is it? The milk. Yep, that's it. That's the deal. There you go. That's a look at it in pro. So for all you playing pro, that's a look at it with no notes, just going out there and acting like it's one-on-one and just playing it up. And a lot of those holes I didn't take any big risks on. That last hole I wanted you really need to come in with a plan. Like, what's my plan on this hole? It's definitely one shot at a time, but like, what's the plan? And my plan was to hit it into the rough. That's risky. And that shot's really, on that side's really only going to work on tailwind days or side wind days like that. But on headwind days, you're going to have a little bit of an issue. You'll probably have to hit it over to the right, especially with the winds as high as they are this week. We'll probably have to hit it over to the right, and we'll have to see. We'll see if I have enough time this week to play these accounts. So if I do, I will. But if I don't, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to qualify. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next one. Stay safe and have fun, my friends.